Hello and welcome to this episode of Storm King's Thunder. My name is John Gerdwin and I am Final Boss Fight's resident GM. We rejoin the action as Milo gets a piggyback from Borrowed.
I
And then
shipped
Borrowed
it!
scoops up Milo and just
Ah,
overboards and puts him on Borrowed's shoulders and continues walking.
I see I've been replaced.
You're too heavy to carry. You have plate
Milo's
armor on.
Like Milo quickly grabs onto Borrowed's horns in a way of
Yep.
Steering him.
Yep.
But also more the fact
Yep.
that you were Milo Borrowed was being held. He was more worried about what would happen. More the fact that you've held him somewhere. Where were you holding him?
Oh,
Was, like,
just
hit the
under the arms.
He kind of
Like
quickly covers when he's done. He quickly just covered his body as well while you're doing it. Just,
Oh, sorry. Did I? Are you wounded? Did I do
no,
something?
no. It's fine. It's fine. Just
Okay.
don't
Well,
expect-
up on the shoulders you go.
I just don't like
Okay.
being held that way. That's all.
Sure. I'll pick you up by the waist then.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Cool. And you're on our shoulders.
Don't get this normally. Fanfic, not fanfic. Most of the Crickball family did this to me. Mostly Eric.
Well, now you have some handhold.
Yeah, it's very useful.
Yeah. Sometimes I try and balance cooking equipment up there when I'm cooking. It doesn't usually work out. Although ladles I've had ladles and spatulas are good, but everything else usually just falls off.
Mostly you need a hook or something.
Yeah,
That's
see,
getting
that's
holes in
what-
them. You can just put it on there.
True. Horn, like just antler accessories would be.
Ooh, I know some really interesting Atlas accessories.
Really?
I got some loads in my bag. I can make some stuff.
That would be very nice.
Just tell me what's your favorite color, and I'll see what I can do.
Well, I haven't thought of that.
Would you guys like to use the conch shell this evening?
Oh, wait, what does it do?
It teleports us to Maelstrom.
Well,
Yeah.
it would help if the ship's coming with us.
It won't.
But
It-
then...
Teleports, what is it? I think the description is it teleports the person blowing it and 8 other people.
Yes.
Oh.
This is gonna be awkward.
Can we get
Well,
it back to the ship?
We
It's
can.
not a one-way system, is it?
The conch of teleportation is a conch shell that is inscribed with a rune. It is... As an action, you can cast the teleport spell by blowing into it. The destination is fixed and there is no chance of a mishap or the spell being off target. Anyone teleported by the conch appears in the specific location designated by the item's creator.
Ooh.
Well...
It doesn't allow teleportation to any other destination.
Well, can we move the ship to an easily accessible place before we use it?
Like the one we're standing in. We can just lower it down, I assume.
I suppose.
But at the same time, we don't want it too close, because otherwise people can just get on it.
Oh yeah, we can
True.
fly it with... Oh wait, no, we can't fly it with Kaling, because Kaling's not here.
You can fly with me.
True.
I just have to expend a few things. And Ventwick can carry people. Ventwick's Ventwick.
And teleport affects the caster and 8 other subjects.
So everyone.
So everyone in the party is fine.
Before we do that then, I'm going to, well, Borrowed is going to go around and make sure that the griffins have enough food, however long this is going to take, and the horse has enough like grass and hay to sort of survive. You know?
Okay.
'Cause
Sensible.
As fun as it would be to get more horse meat for the griffins, don't want to do that.
Not this way.
Not this way. And yeah, Borrowed will wait on trying out the new recipes, and it'll be good.
I mean, one thing we could do if we want a caretaker, we got Harshnag.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he can join us if he wants to. That is.
I was more thinking he could stay on the castle and, like, look after it.
Protect.
But also attack.
But also,
Also,
defend.
But also,
one snack.
I
Eat our
can
snack.
keep it safe and guard your animals.
That would be so great of you.
What a fine fellow you are.
The kitchen sometimes moves on its own. Don't worry, it's not hostile. It just tries to clean itself and
Just tries to-
serve you things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jazz hands.
would, like, I don't know, lower the castle so he can get into it and then bring it back up to a reasonable height.
Uh-huh. Thanks.
I guess
And
let's blow this conch.
let's blow this conch. Hold on, before we end up blowing this conch, I
Or
just
we'll
need
get high.
because I just need to do a quick make sure. Fuck it.
As everyone has been well fed and everything.
Just,
Yeah.
just in case, I would like to quickly cast this.
What'd you cast?
Yes.
Water breathing.
Nice.
Oh.
The spell grants you, or grants up to 10 willing creatures you can see, the ability to breathe underwater for 24 hours.
Ah, bitch, I already have that.
Well, now you have it.
I know. Just snap flare away.
If I'm correct, actually, you don't. You can just hold your breath longer.
Actually, I'm pretty sure grungs are amphibious.
No, grunts are amphibious.
Yeah.
Amphibious means you have to come up for air. Doesn't mean you can breathe underwater permanently.
No, amphibious just means you breathe through your skin.
E. I got gills, bitch.
This is rather interestingly weird.
Hang on. I have a description that I can read. If Roll20 will cooperate.
Grung can breathe air and water.
Nice.
Yep.
Because he is frug.
I think it's like lizard folk also have amphibious, but it's a different description.
Yeah, some people.
Lizard folk can hold their breath for 5 minutes, I think it is.
Either way,
Lizard folk are dolphins, apparently.
Lizard folk have hold breath, which allows them to hold their breath for 15 minutes.
Oh, woo.
Hey, and this way, you can be. We won't have to worry about you needing to spend an hour in water. We'll just be in water.
Yeah. Then there's like water ganassi and air ganassi. Technically, air ganassi don't have to breathe at all.
No.
Oh yeah.
That's why Helen is one of my favorite characters, even though I haven't played her yet, because she just doesn't have to breathe.
So who is blowing into the conch?
Who wants to do the blow?
Well, Fenwick's the leader, so.
Technically,
Yeah.
Fenwick's the leader.
no rule technically about it. He's the only one who's been here the whole time.
Yeah,
So
bless.
brave.
God bless his soul.
Jupa points out that she was here from the beginning too.
Yeah, but then you fucked up for a fucking month.
I was busy. There was a cloud giant castle I needed to bring down.
Oh, really? Kind of indicates around him. There was a cloud castle.
To be fair, I killed all the things in mine too.
Wait, did you?
But
Just
did you
leave
claim
the
it?
cloud? Yeah, did you just leave it there?
It crashed.
Oh.
Well, I think you'll find I'm on the winning here. So,
You two are arguing like an old married couple.
anyway.
That's That's what makes us like.
Fenthwick.
What?
Sorry. No, I forgot to say before, like just before we left, Borrowed would have grabbed a pumpkin.
Of course you would.
That's it. Continue, John. I'm sorry.
All of you and the pumpkin vanish. And there is a rush. And you feel pulled down and away from where you were in the spine of the world, further south and down under the water, and with a you appear in Maelstrom.
Well, nice knowing you guys.
Fucking big here.
May take me a little while to drag your characters to Maelstrom. One moment. Enjoy some other maps as...
Whoa.
That's the wrong game. Oh, God!
Not
Whoa.
that one. This one. Here we go.
Felt a bit like
Zoom out.
Beetlejuice there. Whoa.
So, who appears did not come with you?
Yes, he did.
You said you popped Flare out.
I popped her back into the little like pocket dimension that she's in, just because I thought we'd be appearing in the open ocean.
Merlin is pretty much gonna stay with Hashnag.
You can always snap
Keep
snap
the
him
giant
back.
company. Keep the giant company.
Okay, let me get some descriptions going. You appear atop a glowing glyph carved into the floor in an alcove in a rough-hewn chamber. The moist walls here are covered in a bioluminescent light sheen. Snails, starfish, and barnacles cover the walls.
Wow.
Milo has forgotten to open their eyes.
Same here.
There we go.
I closed my eyes.
Yeah, I can't see
How
you.
the fuck do I open them again?
Oh, there it is.
So did Hector. Hector forgot to eyes. Can Borrowed see?
Borrowed can see.
Cool.
I can see.
I can see.
I can see clearly now.
The rain has.
Fog
You
has
can-
lifted.
You can see tiny crabs just crawling around the floor, but they avoid the sigil.
This is giving me Ponyo vibes.
I kind of want to catch one.
I love Ponyo.
You can
I love
hear. I like trains.
No.
Ponyo loves something.
You can hear coming from the stairway over here. Music. A powerful female voice is accompanied by the deep, haunting tones of a masterfully played pipe organ.
Oh, that's promising.
I like where this is going.
But you see no other people in this room.
Siren.
Yeah.
How many
Can anyone hear
crabs?
Yeah.
You can.
Why don't we step out of here and investigate this place?
I mean, yes, for
'Cause
one.
I'm not going to lie, this is very pretty.
We will do that. However, where did you say the organ was coming from? And
There's a spiral staircase in this corner of the room.
up the stairs.
Oh, there are a couple other alcoves here, huh?
Yeah.
There
okay.
is also a pool of water here.
Upside. We're not underwater. Well, at least we're not in
Yet.
the water underwater. So we gotta find Sansuri, and this place is really big.
Yeah.
Yakul says Sarissa.
Yes, Sarissa, yes.
Well, we are very small, Sir Fenwick.
Looks at Hector.
Yaghol says, speak for yourself.
Yeah.
I did. I just said we are very small.
I'm very small.
I'm very small.
High fives Chupa and tallest
In
members.
toys.
I don't think I've met another tiefling before.
I've met a couple, but you're the first one that I've heard of the name Goat Sucker. So,
I'm unique that way.
Thingy down there. There's.
What is that star? There's doors down there.
Usually on D&D maps, a star means a statue.
Can we see what the statue is?
You might be able to.
I'm assuming it is.
Mood.
It is a life-size statue of a female storm giant holding a harp, wearing a gown of purple coral.
Okay. Oh.
what about the one that I'm seeing?
Where are
Same
you?
one. I'm over here.
The statue at the end of this hallway depicts a male storm giant blowing a pink and blue conch shell. Down this corridor,
Which one?
that
That one.
this one
The corridor that the statue we're looking at.
you are looking at, the doors are south. There are two doors in the south wall.
Yep.
They are 15 feet wide and 7 feet tall.
I'm gonna sneak down the corridor.
If you're going to sneak, can I suggest something first?
Yes, you're more welcome to because I have disadvantage on it.
Because I can give some sort of bonus to it.
Down this corridor, Borrowed, you can see two giant-sized doors
Oh no.
on either side of the statue.
Okay, I'm gonna come over here. I'm gonna come all the way over to Hector,
Hi.
and I'm just gonna say, instead of you going, and I pop Flare out again, I could just have her go.
Oh, but she gets all the fun.
Can she get through?
And-
Are the doors closed or open?
I say this in the nicest way, Hector. You're kind of noisy.
True.
I mean, I can, I can just sort of go along and just open the doors with my mage hand slightly. She can just sort of look in.
That could work.
Could. Does anyone else? Okay. All right. Okay.
I'll
Do
join.
it now.
Do it now. Your celestial elves up there.
Oh. Oh yeah, I forgot he came.
Should I roll stealth, John, for both borrowed and flare?
Yes.
Okay.
Not drinks from the water.
Okay, and flare. Which just is. Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
it's
okay.
stealth
So it's just +0. That's lovely.
Lovely.
Okay. You and your vulture move quietly.
And then I'm going to cast Mage Hand and just open. How do you do the ping thing? Oh yes, that one. That's perfect, actually. Yes, that. And just have Flare just sort of look inside.
Flare sees a room that is furnished for medium or small creatures. There are 5 comfortable-looking beds, a circular rug, a barrel of drinking water, an empty dresser, and an empty wardrobe.
Okay. Then she will go out of the room, close the door again to this one.
You look inside and you see a similarly furnished room.
Okay. Huh. And I will come back to the group. It seems to be just some sort of like there are beds and there's drinking water. It seems to be some sort of like not the doors were unlocked. It seemed to be some sort of like tavern sleeping area. It
Oh.
was comfortable. There was no one in them.
Did it look like someone had been in recently, though?
I mean, the beds were all made. The wardrobes were empty. No.
That's strange.
Yeah.
You hear a bubbling start to build up from this room to the south.
That's not very promising. To the south.
Borrowed is going to grab onto Hector's shoulder. Not grab, but just sort of put a hand on Hector's shoulder.
Yeah.
And then Flare is going to go over here and just look in. See what's up.
There is a bubbling small pool of water in the center of a circular room. And it's starting to bubble intensely.
Volcanic.
I suspect something might be coming out of it.
Bubbling
Quick,
pool
I think we need to hide.
getting more intense. I come out of Flare vision. She comes back to me.
Fuck it. Just fucking hide.
Oh. Lit.
Are we hiding?
I mean, there's a big bubbling thing that wasn't bubbling before.
Don't do this anyway.
you,
Fuck.
you hide behind Chupa.
Oh my god.
You have to roll a
So-
stealth check.
Stealth plus 10 then?
I go behind you.
Plus 10.
Well, thank fuck for that. Oh wait, I'm at disadvantage. I can roll again.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
But it'll probably be that.
Yeah. I'll
Six.
Yeah.
16 then. Don't worry, I'll probably somehow manage to fuck
Thank
up.
you for protect.
19.
Sean, I'll pop
20.
Flare back into her
Okay.
pocket dimension for this.
Yagho will attempt to hide.
Amy, don't forget about Not.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Not your average
Oh,
elf.
I'm gonna do. Let's take a massive elk with us.
Not runs away. Okay, not thing. Hang on, I need to get his character sheet up.
I can't. I don't think a giant elk would be.
It's like trying to hide the fucking. He's trying.
Yeah, his stealth is +0. Okay, roll 1, 2, 25.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, that stealth roll was meant for Borrowed Flare.
Yeah, I assumed.
So we hide.
Oh god. Yep.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
Cole.
That
Good.
wasn't Yaghole.
Who was that?
That was Chupa.
Oh, Chupa. Good old Chupa.
So-
We missed you.
Oh yeah, Flare goes away. I'm gonna say instead of hiding, Chupa goes into the room.
Oh no! No, Chupa, I forgot.
And there is a loud hissing sound
And she dies.
Well, she probably will if we can't get there in time.
Okay. Longsword is back.
Sorry, come again?
Oh, Borrowed is summoning his longsword.
No, not the fact that John
Oh,
just rolled
that,
40-10.
Oh, I don't like that.
That's
I don't
probably
like
the
that at
damage
all.
he just got done.
That's damage.
Chupa comes back out of the room, and she is dripping wet. And you can see the steam just rising off of her.
So, did it go well?
You okay?
And she's just swaying a tiny little bit. It was a
Alcohol.
geezer.
Oh.
Oh.
Ow.
So, I feel like you are about to recommend that we do not go into that room, correct?
I wouldn't recommend it. It hurt.
Oh dear. Well,
I'll be okay.
do you need any healing?
A little bit, maybe.
Okay, I will go over and I will give her 10 lay on hands points.
Cool. That perfectly fully heals her.
Awesome.
Well, if
She took
this-
16 points of fire damage, and she is a tiefling.
Yeah.
Oh, so is that only 8 then that she needed?
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay. Now what?
So if that hallway is room bed, and the other, and for like
Oh shit.
our sized people, do we want to know what's in the giant sized rooms?
We could certainly look. It's best to cover all corners, as it were.
Would be for the best to at least check them as stealthily as possible.
Maybe going near the water isn't a good option, Chupa.
Chupa goes and just dunks her head in the water to cool down.
Oh, that's one way of doing it. Not
You
just
see
going-
bubbles, and then they just stop.
She's drowned herself.
Yeah, she has.
And then you remember she can breathe underwater for the moment.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, I'm glad you're all right. Let's go.
Not today.
Not is going to be distracted by this light. Shiny. So what's up here?
Giant-sized rooms.
All right.
Mm.
I guess Flame is going to put down Fleer. Bird.
Bird.
Boy. Sorry, I'm playing a lot of Fire Emblem, and there's a character called Flame.
That's very fun.
Plane has got us stuck in the tunnel's playplace.
Please get us out. We have a need in our audience.
There. Mage hand, I guess. They're huge doors.
These are huge doors.
These are very huge dogs.
I don't think. How big is the crack between the
That's a good
the,
question.
the door and the floor? Because if I remember correctly, cats are very good at getting through rooms.
Air-filled rooms, ceilings, doors. Giant-sized doors are 30 feet tall and made of barnacle-covered stone with rusty iron hinges. Huge giant.
Oh, sure. Rusty hinges.
Totally not noise cancelling at all.
It doesn't specify, but I think it would be small enough for a creature such as Merlin or Flare to get through.
Okay. Then I guess I'm going to go back. I'm going to put my hand on... I'm going to put both my hands on Milo and Hector's shoulders. And I'm going to go into Flare vision again. And Flare's just going to go... is going to squeeze under the door.
My name is Hector Hopsworth, the emotional support frog.
Milo's gonna poke Orange's cheek a bit.
Who's ever poking me? I can still feel you doing it. I can't
He's like
hear
that.
whoever's
Milo's
doing it.
like fascinated by it. He's like, huh, it's really interesting.
He's so
Okay,
green.
so- Okay,
Fenthwick comes up and pokes the other cheek.
right. Okay.
How
It isn't-
tall is Borrowed?
Oh,
compared
Borrowed
to
is...
Milo?
Borrowed is 5'7".
But if he's put his, put his hand on your
five-
shoulder, he must be at least stooping a little. So,
Yeah.
Oh,
within
he's just
poking range.
I think Borrowed would have sat down at this point.
Oh, that's right. That's it.
Yep.
Uh,
Borrowed is like 5'8", without his horns, 6'3" with them, I think.
That's it. That's it. He said he's sitting down. That's it. Fenthwick is braiding his hair.
Both of you assume that there is enough hair, like just in the
According
weird,
to this
like,
according to this picture I'm looking at, there's quite a bit of hair there. At least enough to braid.
That's fair. No, you got me there. That's very fair.
Flare squeezes
Flare.
into a room that has 3 giant-sized beds in it.
Flair's gonna make her way across the room and try and squeeze under this door.
Flare is now in a room that holds crates and barrels.
Okay.
Really shitty braids he's doing.
You did kind of do that, Tanny. Yeah, you did. just a little bit.
I can see like Borrowed doing the, you know what they do that with the thing with their finger and the thumb.
Yep. Yep.
He definitely seemed like a guy to do that as well. Like, hey, okay.
They're giant crates and barrels.
Yes.
Right? Okay. All right. They don't have any. I assume any writing that would be on the sides of it would be in giant.
You don't see any writing on the sides.
Okay. I'm gonna. Is it cool if I make Conflare just sort of like look around the rooms?
Yeah.
Rooms, sorry. As she's sort of just heading back.
Kitty,
Yeah.
is Borrowed's face soft?
Oh.
Asking the
Borrowed.
important question.
Does he moisturize?
Borrowed has never grown a beard, and thus he has retained his baby face, but still has like sort of the sharp jaw, so it feels very soft. So I'm gonna perception check.
Yep. You look around the room, and
She has advantage because of keen sight smell.
yes, roll again. Even better.
Yeah.
You can detect that the crates hold food and wine for the guests, assuming that anybody was staying in this room.
Oh, okay.
And as you force your way back under the door, you squeeze through and can tell that nobody is currently staying in these quarters.
Perfect. Then she's gonna do the exact same, just on the other side.
This is a smaller room that contains only a single bed. It too is not in use at the moment.
Okay. And then Flair is going to appear next to Borrowed, and I assume Borrowed would come out of Flare vision as soon as Milo asked, "Has Borrowed ever had a beard?"
You see that Milo's basically got like his hands on like Borrowed's face, like like this. It's like
You know, when I'm looking through Flare, I can still feel what's going on.
Yes.
That's what makes it fun.
Milo's kind of gone
Who
red.
braided my
and
hair?
Not me.
You're
fingers are too big.
welcome.
Milo quickly like puts his hands away so quickly and he goes red, like on the face.
No, I've never had a beard.
Okay then.
Not even
Immediately
sideburns?
starts walking off. More right here. He's like,
No.
"Is it safe?"
Oh, yeah, is it safe?
No one's been using those rooms, and 2 doors in, I found a storage that has like wine in for anyone in the doors and in the room.
A certain brand of wine at all?
I mean, I didn't see any Red Dragon Crush, so
Ah, shame.
yeah.
Milo quickly goes back on the other way and starts like power walking to like where noise and just goes there.
Not stares at small peoples.
Can I
pet
make an
is
insight check
not-
against Milo, please?
Insight check on Milo.
Sure.
Just,
If
just to
you
see, like,
want.
just if it's just like embarrassment because he was caught holding the face of Borrowed, or if it was just a question. Borrowed just wants to know why he appeared embarrassed. If that's all right, John.
Go ahead.
Do it. He was embarrassed. He was pretty much just like admiring the face a bit. Like,
Okay.
yeah,
He
but I
was
can't
full
face.
on perving on you.
He got interested.
Right. Gotcha.
Chupa will point out that she saw a passageway under the water.
Huh.
Well, we got 24 hours of water breathing.
In this pool. But also there's still the music playing upstairs.
I could also
I
send.
mean, we're looking for this Sarissa.
Do we know what she looks like?
Well, I'm assuming she's a storm giant if she's the daughter of a storm giant.
True.
That tends to be how that works.
John, I have a question to ask.
Okay.
I shall put it into Discord.
Okay.
I mean, I can try to locate her.
That would be. I could do the whole flare scouting thing.
I mean, I prepared locate creature,
Ooh.
which might work. Very least. I mean, we know her name. We know she's a giant,
Yes.
and it's like 1,000 feet.
True.
So at least gives us like an idea of whether she's down, up, left, right.
Yeah. Yeah. Go for it.
You know, don't want to go through this bloody tunnel of water just to find out she's upstairs playing the fucking honky tonk or whatever.
Sir Fenwick,
Hmm?
are you afraid of water?
No.
Okay.
Really? Really? You're gonna walks to the water? just fucking cannonballs in. Comes up. Just kind of like puts hands out like. Huh?
He poses in the water.
He poses for dominance in the water.
Fenwick, while you are underwater...
You feel a tentacle wrapped around your head.
Yup. You can see a passageway. It is a 30-foot high passageway underwater with a portcullis covering it. And it leads out into a great maelstrom.
I comes up out of the water. That might be the way out.
Oh. Well, good to know.
Maybe. I don't know. But swims to edge and gets out. Goes over to group. Shakes like a dog next to... and then does the whole hair flick of, maybe he's born with it.
Multicolored hair flicks around.
Prestidigitation, he's dry.
So, I could do locate creature to see if we can find out whereabouts, like what direction we're going in at the very least.
That's true.
Then-
I approve of that action, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Nope, that won't work. But I can do locate creature. And I got locate. Because I also prepared find the path, but that's a fixed location. I need to have, not a person or a creature. So blah blah blah.
Describe or name a creature that is familiar to you. You sense the location of the creature as long as that is within 1,000 feet of you.
You heard the DM, 100,000 feet.
100,000 feet. I know anyone called Sarissa.
Where are they? Okay, there they are. That's where they are. Okay. Okay.
Tanny has disappeared.
I can't believe.
I can.
Why is that a thing? Anyway, Fenthwick, you concentrate on the spell. And you target a storm giant named Sarissa.
Not a streetcar named Desire.
Not a streetcar named Desire. That's not a creature, you see. That's a
It's not a
streetcar.
creature.
They are above you and to the south.
And I guess we have to go up the stairs.
I iterate this information to the pub. So, yeah, upstairs south.
Is that who's singing?
Maybe?
I don't know where that is coming.
I mean, we know that she's the youngest, so
Yes.
look for a young-looking storm giant?
Okay.
Darker. Water may flow, or it may crash.
This...
We're somewhere.
Let me just... Who's going up the stairs first?
I'll go.
Same. I go right after.
Boing, boing, boing.
Yeah, that's how I picture he walks upstairs.
Who is going next? I'm going to suggest Chupa.
Fenthwick will be somewhere in the middle, struggling with the steps.
Welcome back.
I have returned from my weird internet connection going down.
Milo, will you be at the front of the party or the back or in the middle?
I don't
or...
even know what's happening because.
You're heading upstairs.
Okay, good. I didn't want to go in the water, so I'll go in the middle.
Meanwhile, an elk comes up the rear.
I'm gonna...
Where are we?
Six!
No.
Bless you. Wow,
Bless
that was
you.
big.
John.
Sorry. Warned you.
There's a fucking mute button!
I didn't have to have a mute button.
You feel it nose if you say, hang on a minute, you fucking mute!
Okay.
Oh, fuck my life.
No, you cannot do that.
What the fuck is that thing?
I can't see anything.
That looks.
You dork.
I mean, judging from the
there we go.
picture, it looks like a massive crab.
I like crabs.
But whether that token represents the
Oh,
picture,
yeah.
I don't know.
That's a cute little face.
I'm seeing pretty people right now.
Music fills this hall. The room is split into 2 levels. A 15-foot high raised ledge hugs the wall to the north and east, and gently sloping ramps lead up to it. The acoustics in here are excellent. Barnacle-covered pillars of hewn rock rise to meet the vaulted ceiling, and a huge crystal window allows light in to cast beautiful patterns on the walls. Under the crystal window is a hulking crab with coloured nodules, hollow flutes of beautiful coral growing out of its shell. When one of the nodules on the shell is tapped, the motion tickles the crab and causes it to exhale a burst of air through one of its coral pipes.
Stop it, it tickles.
Crab as a piano.
It's a pipe organ, technically.
Oh my god.
Currently stood on the stage are 2 female storm giants, one of whom is singing, while the other is providing the musical accompaniment by tapping the crab's shell with a pair of whalebone mallets.
I have a feeling these are the older ones.
You know what? Looking at these characters, they remind me of like Final Fantasy kind of characters. They look Final Fantasy to me, and I am living for it.
There is a
This one.
There is a crowd of giants watching the 2 playing the music. There is a frost giant. There is a fire giant female. There is a cloud giant male. And a stone giant.
Stone giant.
A male stone giant, a male frost giant, a female fire giant with long red hair, and a male cloud giant. Also in the room are 2 storm giants who are just stood at the base of the ramps and are just watching the performance. They are wearing helms. Oh wait, there is this handout for everybody to see what you see in front of you.
Okay. Since my locate creature is still up,
Yep,
it's still pinging from the south.
still pinging down this way.
Those 2 aren't the one we're looking for.
Could you make me stealth checks, everybody?
Is Pass Without Trace isn't still up, is it? No. Different concentrations.
It's a concentration spell, so it wouldn't be, no.
No, okay.
I mean, I can drop it
Doesn't
to recast it, but then we lose locate creature, but we now know that she's not in this room,
True.
so I can drop it if everyone wants me to.
Yeah, sure. Do what you
I
can.
mean, we do have a frog in plate armor. I think it would be.
We do, which is not the best thing.
I mean, in combat it is, but for now it is not.
Come on, stealth. Come on, stealth. Ah, 32.
We're stealthing it, yeah.
Yeah. Add a +10 to your stealth rolls. Whatever you roll for stealth. 34.
I'm a halfling, so
21.
You don't.
21.
I am the new Talon. No, I'm joking. I can never replace Talon.
No, because if you were the new Talon and you had critted, you probably would have done like 55.
Fucking hell, Talon.
Well, that was Yaghol, I'm assuming.
That one was Yaghol.
Aye.
That one was Juper.
Okay. They are distracted, and we are very tiny.
We are some mole.
Hands up anyone who rolled less than 29.
Huh?
I rolled
And
not.
I rolled 32.
I got 34.
So borrowed.
The-
Everyone except for me and Fenwick.
The performance stops, as unfortunately I rolled a natural 20 on my seeing the party roll.
Okay.
The performance stops.
Do we move ourselves into the room?
The guards quickly move to the bottom of the ramps. You can move into the room.
Oh, yeah. I see what you mean. A lot of people. There's a lot of people in here.
I feel generally shocked.
Sorry, I didn't roll. Good old natural 20 on the old stealth check. Curse your dice, John. Curse your dice.
The former singer
Fuck.
starts to walk down the ramp, places her hand on the guard's shoulder, and says to both him and in a voice loud enough to carry across to the other side of the room, "Stand down. I want to see what these puny creatures bring to this court."
How dare you call me puny? I have you know,
Well-
I'm a wizard. No, joke, don't say that.
We are stealth.
Milo?
We are not in this.
Milo, I
We're the only
asked
ones
you
who
this.
succeeded.
I'm not there.
Well,
Nim will also make her way down the stairs.
might I say, before anything happens, that was a lovely performance before we interrupt.
Yes, you may. Thank you.
No problem.
What do you want?
This is a nice change of pace. No one's tried to squish me yet. Well, actually, we are looking for someone. Specifically, I believe. Sorry, I didn't get either of your names.
My name is Moran, and this is Nim.
Oh,
And the one holding the whalebone clubs smiles at you.
As in, like a good smile or a bad smile?
Insight check.
It is cold.
Borrowed just smiles back, and for the first time since you haven't seen his he fully smile, there are just sharp teeth all inside of his mouth. They look a lot more like fangs, just all sharpened, like that one girl from the Hunger Games, whatever her, kind of like that. You two actually might know the person we're.
Yeah.
Who are you looking for?
from the doorway. Sarissa!
Ah, Sarissa. We're looking for Sarissa.
You wish an audience with our sister.
To put it plainly, yes.
She is far too overwhelmed with important matters to just grant you an audience at this moment. If you would be so kind as to wait downstairs, we will speak to her and see if she will grant you such an audience.
Well, I do hate to interrupt this, but, I mean, I could go alone and do it.
She is far too busy to speak with you puny creatures at this time.
Understood.
If you would be so kind as to wait downstairs, my guards will show you to some guest quarters.
Oh, no, I've seen them.
They will ensure that you stay in the guest quarters.
Sure. Cool. And I turn around and I start walking back down.
I've only just realised I was muted the whole time. I'm an idiot.
Oh my God.
I was insight checking to see what they were saying about, you know, she's overwhelmed with work.
Okay.
And Borrowed, unfortunately, has the flaw. Trusts people too easily, so he's going to do what they say.
I'm trying to determine whether Benthwick would also want to insight check that as well.
I'm gonna insight that as well. Oh my God, I got like lip balm everywhere. No.
I think he would, because it's like after the cold smile, it's like
Yeah.
yeah.
The cold smile, and then the shark teeth in reply.
I reply shit about that. I mean, you can be. It doesn't. He knows you're trustworthy. These two, no.
Hector and Milo.
Yeah.
It's hard to read her face.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
She clearly does not like small creatures, anyone who isn't a giant. She doesn't seem to be too happy with the fact that her younger sister is the ruler.
Yeah.
She is honest in that she can't just let you into the court.
Fair.
But there's an undertone of my sister's not good enough to be able to do all the work that's needed.
Right. So she thinks poorly of her sister.
Yeah.
And
And also of anybody who isn't a giant.
anyone who isn't a giant. But is there the fact that she actually intending on telling her that she's got visitors, or is she just bullshitting us and just going to keep us there forever?
You can't tell.
Can't tell that. Fair enough.
Musical, highly recommend. Hello?
I attack. No, I don't.
Don't!
So, just...
Borrowed's got this.
Just kind of looks, nods, understandingly, and begins... I'm assuming they're escorting us downstairs, so...
Oh, I thought I was the only one who's caught.
Pretty much, it was only me and Milo who weren't.
Ah.
And then, because everyone else has been caught, it's like, well, I may as well just come out of hiding, because...
Yeah.
The Storm Giant guards will lead you back downstairs and show you to one of the guest rooms.
As going downstairs, and I know it doesn't take that long, but Bora just sort of nudges Milo and says, I could make them go a little easier on that, magically speaking. And I'm stage whispering. I know a certain spell that make these guys' temperaments a little easier to work with, or easier to talk to us. So we're not just constrained to the room. the entire time. Depends how high they roll. Meta jokes. Meta jokes.
I'm scared.
Do you want to do something?
I mean, not on the stairs. When we're downstairs, maybe.
I'm going to kind of sharply whisper to Borrowed, like, "Are you quite sure about this?"
I mean, if we want to get some information out of them, well, just here, I can make it a little easier to talk to them.
Okay, but the way they were wording these things implies slight trouble.
Out of character, what Borrowed is trying to convey is he knows the spell for Charm Monster. And can,
Oh.
have them see me as best friend.
They lead you back down the stairs and start herding you over towards the guest quarters.
I don't like the word herd.
Well, they're forcing us to go into one of these rooms.
Yes,
Yep.
I know, that's the point. Someone else can drag me there because my roll 20 sucks.
We're
Which
going over to the
room are
room.
we going to?
The Room of Doom.
The first one?
Or the second one.
Yeah, we'll put you in the first room.
Fuck it! Fucking
Take me there.
Ooh.
There we go.
Perfect. Not is just over there somewhere.
You know,
Oh, never mind.
Not climbs onto bed.
Why'd you like unsummon
That's a
him or something?
mood.
One of them stands at the door, the other one stands at the end of the corridor.
No, that's promising.
Don't worry, I can still get him. If I stand somewhere. Don't worry about it.
I mean, I can get past them.
Same here.
Do you know Charm?
I know Charm Monster, but I'm more thinking I could just turn into something tiny and go past them.
True, but I would like to get some information out. Like, what's the whole Sorry, that's Borrowed's got 10 intelligence. He wouldn't. He just wants to talk to him.
He wants to find out Storm Giant recipes now.
Exactly. Thank you, John.
At this point, I'm going to say we will stop the session here. We'll be back in 2 weeks. You guys can wait in this room for 2 weeks. There's 5 beds and 7 of you.
And
Cool.
an elk.
The elk was counted.
That's right.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight. If you haven't done so already and are here still, please do hit that follow button. It lets you guys know when we go live. It's a completely free way that you can support the channel. I will be back tomorrow night with Sean on the Direwolf 20 mod pack server, as long as it's still working fine. I was doing some work earlier and it may have crashed a couple of times. So hopefully it's all good. Might need to undo some of the stuff I did today. On Wednesday, some of us will be back with the Adventures of the Golden Tooth. We will get to see Hal and Pi and maybe learn a little bit about who they are. As you guys start the next chapter of the adventure. On Friday, join me as I play a game maybe of a thing.
Monster Prom!
It may be Monster Prom. It
Nice.
sounds like it's probably going to be Monster Prom.
It's gonna be fucking Monster Prom. It's great.
Apparently it's going to be fucking Monster Prom. So stay tuned for that. On Sunday next week, we're back with the Tomb of Annihilation crew, who may or may not be dead.
Well, one of them probably will be, but...
One of them,
And as I say, we'll be back in 2 weeks' time with a continuation of this as we find out what happens as you guys are now in Maelstrom, the court of the Storm Giants.
We're in water.
We are also, and this is advanced warning, we're going to be at MCM London at the end of October. We're planning table stuff. There is going to be an exclusive merch piece that you are going to want. Trust me, I know this. There are only going to be about 10 to 20 of this item produced, and it will be a limited edition run, and we will never, probably ever, make it again. But we definitely won't make it like this again. However we make it again in the future, if we ever do, it'll be different. So if you get the first version of this thing, you have an exclusive. We will also, on the Friday, we have a panel on the Friday afternoon where Jeff and myself will be up on the stage talking about final boss fight and answering your questions. Asking your questions? No, that's not how that works.
That's right. We're going to be doing a reverse panel where we stand on stage and ask you questions.
And then on the Saturday, round out your Saturday of MCM by coming and sitting down and watching us play D&D. And I know you guys like watching us play D&D because you've just done it.
Are you just punching your keyboard, John?
That was the arms of the chair.
That sounds like you're like smacking something.
Stop breaking his stuff.
Join us for some final boss fight D&D on the studio stage from 5:30 to 7 o'clock. Round out the last hour and a half of your show with an hour and a half of Dungeons and Dragons. I'm not sure which group it's going to be yet, but there is talk of it being the Golden Tooth.
I want to be on it.
Tanny wants to be on the stage.
I haven't yet. You seem to be trying to avoid that. You're like, I'm not letting Tanny
They're just
on
going to sit there on the stage, even if it's nothing.
Jeff is pushing for us to get a table and have a proper table there for actually like
technically you'll have a table, you just drag it across.
Like rolling the dice on top of and actually sitting around a table. We'll see what happens. For now, guys, that's the end of October. Get your tickets now. They are available, and you can buy priority entry, you can buy standard entry, both ways. You'll be able to come and see us because we'll be there the whole day.
Hooray!
And Amy's got some panels there as well on the... Yours is Friday and Sunday?
Yes, I still need to email Annie about that. But yeah, they're those days.
They're probably Friday and Sunday, who knows?
Yeah.
We'll see you guys there. We'll see you guys a lot sooner for further streams, but we'll be there in person and you can come and see our faces.
We'll be there.
Bye, guys.
Be back. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, loser.